Hello and welcome to Code Mafians. Today we are going to discuss gym management system, that is a desktop application built in Visual Studio using .NET framework. The system helps to manage gym activities such as members, trainers, classes and reports. Let's dive right in and take a closer look. So here is our login page. It is the entry point of our application. User needs to enter their username and password to access the system. Once logged in, they are redirected to the main dashboard where they can navigate to different sections. So our login page contains a close button, a username, password, login button and clear button, two text boxes where you will enter your credentials, now we will see the coding behind this. So what will our close button do? The cross button actually we have given the close button name as a cross button, it will close this current form. And what will our login button do? The login button will obviously check our tax boxes if we have added correct password and username or not. If the fields are if we set the fields empty, then it will show a missing information message. And if we set the username and password correct, like that which we have set here as admin and password, then this will redirect us to the new dashboard, which is our home page. Then we will check if the user has entered correct password and username or not. If the username and password is incorrect, then we will have to display a wrong password message. This is all about the coding of the login button. Then we have a clear button which will clear all the fields. This is our home page form. Okay, after login, our system will this management system will redirect us to the this home page that contains different labels: member, trainer, classes, payments, reports. When we click any of these labels, we will be directed to that page. Okay, so here is our different event handlers that are actually, when we click on them, this will create a new instance of that page and display it and close the current home page. So when we will click on reports, logout, payments, members, labels that are shown on the home page, it will redirect us to that page and close the home page. Okay, our next form is of members. It will have different fields like member ID, name, phone number, email, classes enrolled, membership type, start date and end date. In classes enrolled, we have used a combo box that contains different added items, so you can put your own data into it. Also, membership type has a combo box that contains different items. Then we have use a data grid view, which will display the data that is stored back into database, and these all are the same labels that were present in the home page. By clicking on these labels, we can go to that page from this member page. Okay, so first of all, there is a method called public members, that will initialize the components and will display the members. The constructor initializes the form and calls the display member method to populate the data in data grid view. That will create a read-only connection to SQL database. The connection string specifies the location of the database file and the connection properties. Then we have a method called display member that will display the member grid view table and binds the management grid view. These all are the same event handlers for all the labels that were present on our dashboard. Clicking on them will navigate us to that page and close the members form. Then we have an add button. Add button will validate the input fields to ensure that no required fields are left empty. It constructs an SQL insert statement using parameters to insert the new record into the database. The new members data is added into the member table, and this record entered successfully message is displayed. Okay, then the data grid view is refreshed to show the new record. Then we have a reset button that will clear all the input fields in the form by setting their text values to an empty string. Then we have a delete button that will delete the record based on the member ID entered by the user. So in the deletes button, what we have to do, we have to enter the member ID, and our system will delete the corresponding row in the table. Okay, then we have an update button. This will update an existing record in the table based on the member ID. Same as case with delete button. Remember, in members form, update button also update the form or the row depending upon the ID which we had selected. Okay, if we select any member ID, it will update that row's particulars. Like if we have to update its name, phone number, email, etc., it will update depending upon the ID of the members. Then we have this member grid view double click. What will it do? It provides a method on double clicking the data grid view. If we double click any of the row in the data grid view, it will pop up and we can proceed different functions on it, like we can delete that row or we can update that. Okay, next is our trainer's form. It also contains many input fields like ID, name, phone number, email, join it, all these, and these all are the same labels that we are going to display on each form, that if a user have to go to any of the form, he or she can immediately go to that form. Okay, the coding behind this is same as that of the members form. Same SQL connection, display trainers method, same codes for the add button, reset button, delete button, and update button. Note that all these names that are displaying on your screen, like trainer's ID, text box, etc., are the names we have given to the fields in the input fields in the form. Okay, this is the code for the click button and the same code for the update button that is used previously for the members table. Same method for trainer's grid view double click. When a user will double click on any of the row, that row will populate into our input fields and the user can update or delete that row. These all are the event handlers that will create an instance of the new page. So if the user has entered any of the label, so he or she could get onto the page immediately. Okay, next is our classes page. Basically it also contains all these input fields. It contains trainer ID and trainer names that we will be getting from trainer's form. Trainer ID will be acting as a foreign key over here. Okay, so it also contains a public method that will initialize and display the class form. Same string operation will be performed over here as well. The display class method that will display a data table in the data grid view. Then this is a method that will display trainer's ID. It will select trainer's ID from trainers table and will display it into our classes table over here in the classes input fields. Then we can also display trainer's name over here by using trainer display method. These all are the event handlers that will create an instance of that page that is we are going to click, and that will display that page and close the current page. Okay, then we have same add button. This is add button which will add our data into the grid view. The reset button. Then we have a delete button that will, by clicking on any of the class ID, we can delete that row. And then we have an update button that will, and when we double click any of the row will populate into our input field, and then we can update any of the information that we want to update. This class grid view double click method will be doing what it will be doing. It will be creating a double click event on data grid view or the window application, right? Now we have a next one is our payments form. Okay, it will contain payment ID, member ID, member name, and fee deposited. Member ID will be acting as a foreign key over here. It also contains same methods that are previously used in members, trainers, and classes forms. Same SQL connection string, display method. Then it will display member ID by selecting member ID from the members table. That will be acting as a foreign key. Then we have a display member name method that will display the corresponding name of the member ID, and will display it over here in the payment form. These all are the same event handlers that will be creating an instance of the next page if we are going to click and closing this payment page. Okay, this is the add button. This is an update button that will update the information when we double click on that row. Then we have a delete button. When we select any of the payment ID row, that it will delete that row, entire row. Then we have a reset button that will reset all the input fields, and this is the same payment data grid double click method that will that when we will double click on any of the row, that will populate into the input fields. And then we have an add button that we will be using for adding the information into our data table. Okay, so far so good. Now we will be seeing our reports page. Our reports form. It contains different labels and report type, a combo box for a report type that initially contains nothing, because we will be using some code behind this to populate the things we want here to be displayed. Okay, so we are populating report types over here, like in the code. These all are the event handlers below, like logout, click, homepage, that we have been using in all the forms, right? Then this is a method, populate report type, that will be populating members, payment, and trainer classes in that box. We will be selecting that, selecting from that combo box members tables, payment table, classes table, which we want to display on that data grid view. Okay, then we have a download button in the form. which will be used to display which will be used to download that file in the form of CSV, and you can store that file into your system and can use that as well. Okay, so this is all about the report section, the report form that we have created. Okay, so now we will be discussing about the database where all these tables have been created. So this is how we have created our gym management system database by clicking on the connect database icon. Then we have set our database name as gym management system. Click OK. Our database is created. Now we will form different tables like class, member, payment and trainers. The first table is of members table that will contain all the fields that we have used previously in our form, like member ID, member name, phone number, email, classes enrolled, membership type, start date and end date. We will set its data type. Same we will do it for trainers table. All the fields that we have used previously in the forms, we will insert all that names like trainers ID and all the stuff that has been used previously in the forms. We will set its data type. Same is the case with payment classes table. The one thing that we will be adding in classes table and in payment table is a foreign key. You have to write one additional line at the end of the code that will specifies that we have taken trainer ID in classes table as a foreign key and member ID in the payment table as a foreign key. This is how our whole gym management system works. If you like this video, don't forget to subscribe our channel. Thank you.